normally wouldn't make a video like this, but I feel like I need to say something, so I wrote a few things down. I am currently on board the MV Hondius, and what's happening right now is very real for all of us here. We're not just a story. We're not just headlines. We're people. People with families, with lives, with people waiting for us at home. There's a lot of uncertainty, and that's the hardest part. All we want right now is to feel safe, to have clarity, and to get home. So if you're seeing coverage about this, just remember that there are real people behind it, and that this isn't something happening somewhere far away. It's happening to us right now. I'll share more when I can, but for now, I just ask for your kindness and understanding. Thank you.
This is a pretty serious topic to show you guys of what's going on in the world, so I'm gonna show y'all the reactions of other people's perspectives on this life-threatening virus. Stay safe, y'all.
Virus is about 2 weeks away from America because it has already left that boat. That virus has now left that boat. It's been left the boat, but now it's even more confirmed. Now, according to the World Health Organization, who you should be following, don't even ask questions, just follow them. They stated that the Swiss authorities have confirmed that the hantavirus or the Andes virus identified in a passenger from that cruise ship was identified, and he had actually submitted himself to the Swiss hospital. According to the World Health Organization, he had responded to an email from the ship's operator informing the passengers of the health event, and he presented himself to a hospital in Zurich, and he's receiving care. Now, remember, there was about 150 people on this boat. We know of 3 people passing, 5 being hospitalized, and now this guy in Zurich. I'm sorry, I'm trying to tell the story without crying because we don't have the protections here in the US to protect against this, and it's on its way here. Now, shout out to Phil over on X because according to investigators in Cape Verde, I think that's how you pronounce it. I think I pronounced it Cape Verde, but it's Cape Verde. They stated that the individuals, patient 0 and patient 0.1, his wife, had caught the Andes virus from bird watching in Argentina. The fact that this virus has already left the boat, like, I can't even think straight. I'm so stressed out because I'm just like, it's already off the boat. It's already off. It was on a plane. It was on a plane, y'all. The World Health Organization said they are launching that investigation because they have to contact every single person who was on that plane, the plane where patient 0.1, the wife of patient 0, had died. We have the same president since last time. Are y'all awake?
I can tell you with abject certainty, if this hantavirus makes it to the United States, I'm not an essential worker again. I'm not doing no COVID 2.0. I'm not dealing with any of it any longer. Okay? The general public is not gonna get me again. I ain't doing this shit. Like I said, I ain't no essential worker. I ain't no healthcare hero. I'm a regular smegular fucking girl. Don't talk to me about shit. I'm not leaving my fucking house. Nope. Not happening again. You're not gonna get me twice.
We told y'all not to let the ship dock, and now there are cases of hantavirus already. Congratulations, y'all. Y'all got exactly what you wanted. A new pandemic. I think I deserve the hype this time around. In all seriousness, I'm so sorry, but I believe that they just did the stupidest thing anyone could have ever done in this situation. Every single person on that cruise ship, whether or not they've been infected with the virus, they're all being sent back to their respective countries. What? Why couldn't we just quarantine them and send supply drops? This makes no sense to me. We are screwed, especially because this is the Andes strain or whatever, which means that it goes from human to human rather than just rodents to human. Also, want to know something funny? I saw this on somebody else's page, so please correct me if I'm wrong. The mortality rate of the hantavirus, it's 40%. So almost half of people who get hantavirus will die. Almost half. We are screwed. We are screwed.
I hate to be the bearer of bad news, but based on what I'm reading, I don't know if it's accurate or not. I mean, I've just been going by different sources that are saying this, but all of them are collaboratively agreeing on this. Those people have already docked before they realized that they had the hantavirus. Like, they had already been on land. And if that's the case, like that, I mean, you're talking like sometimes the symptoms can appear for 8 weeks. So like everyone that's saying just keep them on the boat, I agree. Like isolation now. But I don't know how much of a difference it's going to make. They've already been on land whilst infected. And then the people that got off of the boat and were in the emergency room passed away, things like that. They've been you know what I'm saying? Like they've been taken off the boat. So that's not scary or anything. They don't know if it's, from what I was reading, like they don't know if it's human transmission. I guess that is still really rare, but there is a strand of it that is, and they think that is the strand that's going around. So I don't know if any of y'all are paying attention to this. If you guys are ignoring it, thinking that this is just, it'll go away. I don't know. Like as somebody that's a little concerned with what happened with COVID, this might not be good.
I don't want nobody to panic, but 7 Americans that was aboard that goddamn ship that has the Hantavirus have returned home. And I do mean home to the United States. So according to MedPage today, multiple sources reported that 26 members of that ship got off on April 24th in St. Helena. They all decided to take their ass home. And 7 of them were Americans. And these are the states that they took their ass to, were the ones we know so far: Arizona, California, Georgia, Texas, and Virginia. And baby, a spokesperson for the California Department of Health told MedPage that they were notified by the CDC that California residents was aboard that fucking ship, but they don't show no signs of being sick. Now, the CDC also says we're coordinated with local health officials as needed to monitor returning travelers. They said right now, none of the travelers seem to be affected or ill, but the incubation time for the Hantavirus is like 4 to 6 weeks. So we got time. The Georgia Department of Public Health told MedPage today it is monitoring 2 Georgia residents who return home after disembarking the fucking ship. Keep your ass in the fucking house. I'm sorry, y'all. I'm sorry. They said the individuals are currently in good health and show no signs of an infection. This Black woman is going to have her hands full with the CDC. Thank God you walked in, though.
Y'all still think this Hantavirus situation is a game? You had 3 people that were evacuated off the ship because they were seriously ill. You had 3 people that already lost their life. Then you have a case of the Hantavirus in Switzerland. The person that was confirmed with this virus was on that ship. Now you got to think about this. Who did that person come in contact with? Because this isn't the regular Hantavirus. This is the Andes strain. This is the one that's airborne. Now you go back to the cruise ship. They took 3 people off that cruise ship, which means 146 people are left on that cruise ship. You know how real this shit can get? I need to ask you, what does this shit seem like to you? This don't sound like 2020 to you, but I need you to listen to this. They're saying that they might even know where this outbreak started from. So out of the 3 people that passed away, there was the Dutchman, the 70-year-old Dutchman. He was on a trip with his wife. They're saying that they may have contracted the Hantavirus from a bird watching tour in Argentina. This don't sound good at all. I need you to look at this right here. Read what that says at the top. As of May 17th, 2026, Argentina has officially finalized its withdrawal from the World Health Organization. Please tell me what this sounds like to you. Then I need you to understand that the United States of America cut ties with the World Health Organization as well. But this is why all of this should scare you. It's the Andes virus. I need you to look at the bottom right here. It says it has a high fatality rate of around 40%. Let's go back to the beginning of all of this. This ship leaves April 1st. The first victim that dies maybe about 10 days after that. The second person that died maybe about 2 weeks after the first person. And then the third person that died maybe about 7 or 8 days after that. What is that telling you? They had people believing that this was only a respiratory infection, but it's way bigger than that. This virus takes at least 1 to 2 weeks to activate. And the way this virus spreads is through sneezing, coughing, maybe dirty hands. And you know people don't even like to wash their hands. You got to remember that the wife of the 70-year-old man got on a commercial flight that may have been full of people. So how are they going to track down all of these people? And when they track down all of these people, are they going to be able to quarantine all of these people? And then you got to ask, where's that cruise ship going to dock? Yeah, okay.
Good Lord, they're going to get us all killed. Apparently, after the first person died on that $25,000 luxury diarrhea and death cruise, the wife got off the ship and flew on a commercial flight from St. Helena to Johannesburg. Then the plane lands, she gets off the plane, she collapses at the airport and dies in the hospital the next day. And I've seen far too many Outbreak movies not to know how this shit ends. And it's with us all stuck in the house again with our families, eating takeout and watching Dr. Jesus on TV suggest we ingest bleach. I'm not mentally equipped to live through that again. But now they're having to track everyone down that was on that flight with her. And can you imagine getting that phone call? Hi, we're just calling to let you know that you've been exposed to what? The opening scene of a zombie apocalypse movie? You'll have to forgive me for not believing them while they play this down, because we know what's up.
Hey guys, what's up? So I'm coming to you as a nurse right now. I'm coming to you as somebody who is solely I'm planted on health and keeping people informed on preventative care. What you've been seeing lately, people getting sick and really can't shake it, it's something way bigger than we ever thought. We thought COVID was a problem. Sarge, we have something on our hands, for real. There's been people in and out the ER with signs and symptoms of a cold, but way bigger than a cold. Like it's something no antibiotic or no medicine could fix. And to see that all these people are stuck on this cruise ship right now with the Hantavirus definitely draws in what we've been seeing. Guys, this is no coincidence. Please be aware. Please educate yourself on what's going on in this world right now. We are dealing with something that is so ungodly and so unfair to us as a human race, because it's just one thing after another. You know what I'm saying? And I just pray that everybody keeps themselves safe, keep yourself healthy, limit the places that you go. Honestly, put yourself on lockdown. I'm putting myself on lockdown. I'm going to work. Really desensitizing, really cleaning my body, my inside and out. So I just don't want it to get any crazier than it has to be. We've been through something like this before, but I honestly feel like this is going to be so much heavier. And I just hope everybody stays safe. Hope everybody, hug each other. Tell them you love them. It's that real. It's that real right now.
You can't just be insensitive to the people on the boat, on the cruise ship. I mean, not everyone has the Hantavirus, and the one guy just wants to come home. No, absolutely not. See, the insensitivity is that this guy is pleading and crying and stuttering and doing the whole thing because he wants to come home, but he's one person and he is being insensitive to the rest of us. Okay. Yes, we know he wants to come home. Yes, we get it. But the thing is, no, we need you to stay on the boat, because as soon as you come home, right, every single person that you come in contact with, attempted murder, because you don't know what's going to happen to them, how they're going to be affected, what's going to happen, how they're going to take that shit home to their families. You guys already know this shit, though. You already know this shit because of that other virus, and everything was explained to you how it works. Remember, you want to do it the fuck again with the same administration. I don't understand what y'all don't understand about this. I feel bad, yes, because I'm sick of the bullshit with cruise ships. Every time we turn around, it's a fucking cruise ship doing something. The poop cruise, Amy Bradley, like every time it's enough. But till we get there.
Shalom. I give all honor and glory and praises to Yahweh, Bashem, Yahushua, Bashem, Kakadash. The bonus to the elders and apostles, the great millstone. We taught me this truth and sincerity. Salutations to the hopeful elect that spirit on the forecourts of the earth. It's going to be another lesson entitled Hantavirus Outbreak. And I might just rename it to a prophecy update. Prophecy update 13, because this is a prophecy that's occurring. Regarding this Hantavirus outbreak, which is a disease, right, or in the Bible known as a pestilence, okay, and this is not the first, okay, of its kind, right? This Hantavirus outbreak happened back during the 19, I believe 1950, during the Korean War, when U.S. troops were affected by this outbreak linked to the Hanta River, which would get its name from the Hanta River. So it was during the Korean War, okay. So, and I put up a image. It says that the virus happened was in 1993. But from what I looked on the internet, it was discovered in the 1950s. So could just be but we know this Hantavirus. The point is that it didn't happen. It's not. It's what happened with Hantavirus outbreak now is that versus gone, and there's something that was pointed out was the 33 years, right? So it happened 33 years ago, exactly 33 years ago. We know that 33 in masonry, right, which is the cult, right? That was Esau, right, of the wicked, where they basically worship Satan, okay. It goes back to highest knowledge, right? Represent highest knowledge, represent wisdom, okay. Master masonry, right? 33 degrees, okay, which is the highest of the degree you can get, okay. So we know there's a bunch of witchcraft, okay, over this outbreak. It could be a planned outbreak. It could be something that Esau is going to use to ultimately, bring forth his agenda, okay. But it's all going back to the Lord anyways. So I'm going to get here in Proverbs 4:16, which goes into the wicked, for they sleep not, except they have done mischief, and their sleep is taken away unless they cause them to fall, okay. So we know this devil is always working, right? He's always working on how to what you would do, right? Mischief go back to bad, evil, right? Wicked, injuries, okay, hurt. So the wicked, right? They don't sleep except they have caused someone to get injured, someone to get hurt, and their sleep is taken away unless they cause someone to fall. Someone to basically die, okay, be murdered, okay. So for they eat the bread of wickedness and drink the wine of violence, right? They're constantly like the bread we eat, right, is the bread of righteousness. The bread that the wicked eat is the bread of wickedness, right? So if we eat the bread of righteousness, it means constantly abounding in the word of the Lord. What is the wicked doing? Constantly abounding in the left hand side, worshiping demons, okay, seeking help from witches, wizards, okay, magician, right, demons on the left hand side, okay, you know, to cause something, um, to cause someone to get hurt, to cause someone to get injured, to cause war, to cause pestilence, to cause whatever, right? But the path of the just is as a shining light that shineth more and more unto the perfect day. Okay, because the Lord here, He want our body, our eyes to be full of light. Okay, so your eyes is full of light. There's some darkness within your eyes. There's some wickedness within your eyes. You know, then your eyes will be full of. You'll be shining as a light, right? That shineth more and more into the perfect day, being what to the return of the Lord, the day of the Lord. Okay. But the Lord, He's in control. Okay. Job 5:18. Therefore, He maketh sore and bindeth up. He woundeth and His hands make whole. Okay. So the Lord, basically, the Lord, He make it because the Lord, when Job got those sore boars, right, caused by Satan, it was the Lord. It was the Lord because it was the Yabashasha that ascension to happen. The ascension is Satan to give called or give or Job those sore boars. Okay, so anyone that get any type of disease in their body, okay, or any type of respiratory disease, okay, because this is what this virus is a respiratory disease. It's all because of the Lord sanctioning it to happen. But He also bindeth up, meaning what He can make you heal, right? He wounded it, and His hands make whole. Okay, which means His hands make healthy or healed. He can heal you, all right? And this devil, he would use, right? He will say either 7, 8, 12. He controls the numbers, right, of people dying, right? He can completely falsify the numbers of how many people have died from this virus to cause um to cause curfews, to cause people to have to shelter, or not shelter, but basically shelter in place, or whatever you want to call it. Do not get this because it's to not get this virus. You can cause another people to have to wear a mask again and again. Okay, so but it's not like the Lord, like they are in full control, right? It's the Lord that the Lord wanted it to happen. The Lord gonna allow it to happen. Okay. Matthew 24:7. For nation shall rise against nation, and kingdom against kingdom, and there shall be famines and pestilence, and earthquakes in diverse places. So these are the signs of the times, in times, right? And pestilence is one of those signs. Okay, pestilence will not a sign of the end times. Okay, these viruses that's currently occurring, or the coronavirus or the hantavirus, right, will not be happening. Okay, it's a plague, which is literally the disease, right? So the disease will not be occurring, right? So these diseases are occurring because we are living in in times, okay? Everything must happen, okay? Because it indicate that Yahweh Shah is returning, So while these people, are cussing at their phone screen, okay, cursing at their phone screen, and saying, why didn't y'all Esau why didn't the government take these necessary actions to prevent the disturb the outbreak and you know take or cleanse their body, take care of the body so you won't get this outbreak. Okay, it's all just vanity. People, it's just all people speaking vanity speak, right? It serves no purpose. Okay, because you can't stop prophecy. Okay, no one can stop prophecies. Okay, no matter how cautious you think you can be, right? And the Lord want people to die for this virus, and people are going to die. If the Lord want people to be healed from this virus, the Lord will have people be healed from this virus. So the Lord want Esau to, you know, to bring forth an agenda of depopulation. Because this is what basically this going into, right? This virus, their depopulation agenda. Okay, you know, then the Lord gonna allow that to happen. But their agenda is the Lord agenda, anyways. Okay, so the Lord is gonna be He's ultimately gonna depopulate the earth, right? Which means the wicked from the earth when He come back. So why not have a head start through diseases, okay, and famines, and earthquakes? So I'm gonna close it here by giving all honor, glory, praises to Yahweh, by Hashem, Yahweh, by sharing Kakadash. Until next time, say shalom.